Good morning and welcome back to our final fabulous segment here on CityLine. I have three people who are here to talk about the Day of the Dead celebration. So please join me in welcoming Francis Lorenz. You are the chair of the Day of the Dead celebration. Welcome back to CityLine.
Thank you very much, Amanda.
You look incredible. I always tease you that you are not holding still long enough to be retired, and I think that's true.
That's right.
That's very true. This handsome man next to you, Mario Lorenz, he's looking around going,
that's me.
oh, that's me, yes.
Yeah. Oh.
You are the manager of the 6th Avenue Business District, but you are also the producer of the Day of the Dead celebration. Welcome, Mr. Mario.
Thanks. I need a nap now. So,
Do you?
Yeah.
Okay, good. All right, you just kind of lay down there and we'll nudge you when it's your time. And then Carlos Ortiz. Hello, my friend.
Hola.
You are with Zeta Maya Entertainment and you are a part of this celebration as well. Let's talk about, Carlos, when people say, so what is Dia de los Muertos? What do we say?
Definitely. So this particular event is a celebration, right? Remembering the dead, but you know, a party for the living. That's what we say, right? In our culture, you know, it's not a bad thing to pass away, right? It's actually an honor, right? Kind of moving on, going back to our Creator, depending on your beliefs, right? So this celebration brings together artists, culinary artists as well, and just performers and just amazing people to be able to recognize our ancestors.
I love that. So Mario, when is it?
When
and
is-
where is this event
Oh my
located?
goodness.
When?
When is it? It's the 28th of October.
Okay.
From 11 in the morning until 6 at night. And it's located on Anderson Street on the 6th Avenue Business District. And we'll set up a tent in the TAPCO parking lot. A big tent.
A big tent.
A huge big tent, heated.
I love that.
And other small tents, but it's on Anderson. We'll close Anderson down for the day.
Wow.
Just one street.
That's some serious power you got there, Mr. Mario.
In my left hand. My right hand is different, though.
Okay, just checking about that, yes. So Francis, what is special about the 2023 Day of the Dead?
Well, one thing I learned is that Dia de los Muertos, or Day of the Dead, has been a UNESCO-nominated festival. And they create intangible cultural heritage lists of things that ought to be preserved forever.
Yes.
And this is one of those things. And it was entered on behalf of Mexico, where it's celebrated, but it's actually celebrated all over the world. It's celebrated in Cuba, Latin American countries. There's even kind of versions of this type of festival honoring ancestors found in almost every culture in the world.
I love that. So Mario, we're underneath that big tent. What are some of the things that we can experience and do?
Well, that's a good question. We have music, we have bands, we have dancers, the Aztec dancers, and I think Carlos is going to say a little bit more about that later, as well as face painting. All the kids, adults, everybody will just smear their faces, and it'll be incredible, I'm telling you. And that'll get us all ready for the procession, which comes a little bit later. And there's other vendors in there, too. We'll have food booths. Food trucks and food semis, I think, in some cases.
Food semis.
We're going really big this year.
Go big or go home. What are the new things, Carlos, this year?
Yeah, well, you're gonna have to come and check it out.
Yeah, I am.
You know what I mean? But yeah, so one of the things that we're gonna be doing is have some amazing performers. Those are some of the differences. We're gonna have a photo booth for people to come. So after they get their face painted, they can take a photo and share it, right, with their family or just something to keep for memories, right? So some new food vendors as well. So amazing food and some other kids activities that we have set up. Yeah, with some stuff that Francis put together. So it'll definitely be a great time for the whole family.
I love that. Yeah. So speaking of family, you kind of said the key word there, and that is the meaning and significance and the importance of the Day of the Dead for our community. When you think about that, Carlos, what comes to mind?
Yeah, for sure. The biggest thing is, like you said, community, coming together, right? Let's celebrate. Let's not fear death, right? Let's remember the people that came before us and set the groundwork, right, for us to be who we are today, right? So that's paying that respect, and honoring, the people that. And then what you're seeing here on the screen are some of the activities that we did last year. So this is from
Yes.
2022. So it's a little highlight video that we created of some of the photos. So you see the kids had a great time. People were painting their face. And then we had some amazing performers. You see here, Batman even showed up.
Batman.
So we definitely expect you to come. If he can make it, you could definitely make it.
That's right. That's right.
And then some of our food vendors had amazing food. And we have some new people and some people coming back from last year. It was a great success. So we expect it to be even bigger this year.
And that is said big tent that Mario referenced.
That was the big tent,
Yeah.
right?
And
Wow,
then we'll
look
have
at that.
some new Mexica dancers, Azteca dancers that'll be performing this year. So that's something new as well. And this is an amazing altar ofrenda that Frances and her team put together.
I love that.
And our sponsors as well.
So let's talk about that procession down 6th Avenue, Mario.
Okay.
All right.
That's a good thing to talk about.
All right.
We're going to start at the Tapco lot where the big tent is at 2 o'clock,
Okay.
maybe slightly before 2. And we're going to head down it's a sidewalk procession.
Oh.
Yeah, it's not a parade, it's a procession. Because we're going to stay on the sidewalk, get down to Prospect, which is about 4 or 5 blocks from there, and we'll cross Prospect and then cross 6th Avenue to the other side and come back the other way. We have flaggers that we've hired to make it safe, so they'll be watching traffic, and then we'll have some other people out on the street in different places to keep people from walking into the. Well, they're still alive, and we want to keep them that way.
That's right.
And so we'll get all the way back down to Cedar, which is close to 10 blocks from there. And then at Cedar, we'll cross Cedar and then cross 6th Avenue the other way and come back to the lot, to the parking lot there at Tapco, and where the big tent is.
The big tent, absolutely. So, Frances, what's the difference? And first off, let's talk about this. This is incredible. So tell us about this and its significance.
Well, this is a painting that was done by Shannon Orozco. She's the wife of one of our entertainers, the band Flor de Luna. Her husband's name is Tony Orozco. And she showed up at the festival last year, and I had to buy it from her.
Absolutely.
It's so wonderful. So thank you for noticing.
That is incredible. So when we think about this holiday, oftentimes people will ask the question, so what's the difference between this and Halloween? How do we answer that?
Well, you answer by saying they occur about the same time of the year, but Halloween is totally different. It comes from a Celtic culture where they celebrate Samhain, which is a harvest festival. It's different because they're celebrating, it's scary. Halloween is scary. You're scared of spirits.
Yes.
In Dia de los Muertos, or Day of the Dead, they're welcoming spirits to come back and rejoin their families and be honored and remembered. And so it's not scary. It's actually an integration of life and death as a wonderful eternal cycle.
How beautiful is
And I think
that?
it's a beautiful concept too.
Yeah.
And I would love to see Dia de los Muertos celebrated in every community in America.
Well, let's make it happen.
Let's do it.
That's not a tall order.
No.
Come on. Tell us who we need to thank in these last few minutes, because
Well-
we always talk about nobody does this alone.
Well, we need to thank this team that we put together with members of the 6th Avenue Business District and Sister Cities has been phenomenal. Includes Carlos here. But we also have, I don't know whether the sponsors are on the back of that poster.
No, they're not on the back of that, but they're.
They're not here, but I meant to bring it. But
Yeah.
Carlos
There's a
has
couple
it.
here. Do you want me to give them
Yeah,
a quick
yeah,
shout out?
yeah.
Yeah, there they are.
Yeah, so Tacoma Sister Cities, Locust Cider here in Tacoma, Tacoma Cienfuegos Sister City, Zedemiah Entertainment, the City of Tacoma, Tacoma Framemakers, the 6th Avenue Business District, La Única Spanish Instruction, and also Tacoma Creates are some of our main
And
sponsors.
I really want to put out a big shout out to Tacoma Creates, because
Yes.
we have two different opportunities on the Sister City side. They are funding all the cultural activities. And on the business side, they're funding all the entertainment.
Oh my gosh.
There's one more sponsor, and that's the Sixth and Alder Apartments.
All right.
They've
sponsor.
been very generous and are helping us out a lot. So.
I love this. All right, so give us date and time before we say goodbye.
Saturday, October 28th, 11 to 6.
There it is. And we're closing down Anderson,
Right.
according to Mayor Mario on this one, and look for the big tent. Is that correct?
Well, I'm running, so might as well.
Okay, there we go. It is always great to have you back on the couch, joyful, and so full of creativity, the three of you. Thank you so much for what you've done for our city and for this event. And I may have to pop in for some big semi-food. There we go.
Yeah.
That wraps up another great segment of CityLine. It's always a pleasure and a privilege to be in your home. We've given you some great things to think about in this past hour, so please go out there and be a part of the tapestry, and above all, pay it forward. And when you come back, as always, we'll be waiting for you right here at CityLine. Take care.
You're from Atlanta, but Tacoma's where you'll stay. Alright, you're from the easy. Alright, you're from Green Bay. Alright, you're from Atlanta, but Tacoma's where you'll stay. Yeah, Tacoma, that's my home. From the pines to the dawn. Tacoma, that's my home. Yeah, Tacoma, that's my home. Tacoma, that's my home. Place I call my own. Tacoma, that's my home. Yeah, Tacoma, that's my home. Alright, you're from the East Coast. Alright, you're from the West. Alright, you're from the middle, but Tacoma's still the best. Alright, you're from the East Coast. Alright, you're from the West. Alright, you're from the middle, but Tacoma's still the best. Hey, Tacoma, that's my home. From the pines to the dawn. Tacoma, that's my home. Yeah, Tacoma, that's my home. Tacoma, that's my home. Place I call my own. Tacoma, that's my home. Yeah, Tacoma, that's my home. Tacoma, that's my home. From the pines to the dawn. Tacoma, that's my home. Yeah, Tacoma, that's my home. Tacoma, that's my home. Place I call my own. Tacoma, that's my home. Yeah, Tacoma, that's my